everybody, it's Deb here with Creative Life and JNS Hobbies and Crafts. And today we start our new mini album with Joy to the World by Graphic 45. So that is just beautiful paper, you guys. I love that paper. Okay, so you are going to need some chipboard, okay? And the 12 by 12 chipboard pieces that you are going to need one that is 2 3/4 by 7. So you need one piece of that. 2 pieces that are 7 by 8, okay? And then you are going to need 2 pieces of 12 by 12 paper that are cut at 11 1/8 by 9, okay? So 2 pieces of those. All right. And as always, I will have the cut guide listed down below for you. And so you could just click on that link and I'll take you right to the cut guide, okay? You can also look for it at the JNS Hobbies blog, okay? So what we're going to do next is once you have your 12 by 12 sheets cut out at 11 1/8 by 9, you're going to go ahead and place those together. And so I'm going to use a 3/8 inch tape. Okay, and actually I'm going to turn these around. I'm going to have this go like that. And you are just going to go ahead and put a piece of tape right down on the edge of one on the right hand side, okay? Just like that. Alrighty, and this is to cover our book, okay? The next thing you're going to do is you are going to go ahead, remove that, and you're just going to go ahead and place, and actually I'm going to put glue on this right now. I do like using glue over my tape. I found that I just get a stronger hold with that. Sometimes the tape, if you live in a humid area, sometimes the tape comes apart. So I do really use the glue for this part, for a lot of parts in putting my albums together. So now you'll want to go ahead and you'll want to just slide that over and just cover up that tape that we put on there, okay? Just like that. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and grab my little paper towel or my little wipey here, sorry. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and clean up that glue that I have seeping out. Okay, just like that. Alrighty. And then what you're going to do is on those chipboard pieces, you are going to go ahead and cover those in the back on the back with your score tape. Okay, so you just get if you're new to crafting, I'm just going to go ahead and show you, and it's pretty self-explanatory, but just grab your score tape and you're going to go right on the edge here, okay, just like that. All right, and you're just going to go ahead and I don't always do like close pieces. If I have a large piece, like a 2-inch tape or 1-inch tape or whatever, I'll usually do them side by side. But if I don't and I just have these little ones, this is good enough. Just kind of, you know, give a little bit of space in between. And you'll just do that on the back of your chipboard, okay? Now, if you only have this kind of tape, okay, on the back of your chipboard, I suggest you go around first, like a square. Just follow the square. All right. I suggest you do that first, and then do the inside, okay? It just gives you more coverage that way. So that's how I do it, just like this. All right. So just make a square around your chipboard and then do the inside of it. If you have a 2-inch tape, okay, like this big roll, what you can do is, I mean, it's pretty easy because you have a lot more. You don't have to put them side by side, okay? You can actually have a little bit of space in between, but you do get more coverage with your big rolls of tape, okay? So just like that, okay? So, alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and cover the rest of my chipboard, and then I will be right back. Okay, so the next thing you're going to want to do is after you get your tape on your chipboard, okay, you're going to want to go ahead and place your items on top of your papers that we put together, okay? And what we're going to do is you're going to lay out your papers, okay, and I already previously did this, and you're going to go ahead and mark 1 inch from this side inward, okay? So you're just going to go ahead and grab your ruler, all right? And I didn't do this part, but I did the other part. So you're going to go ahead and grab your ruler and just mark 1 inch right here, okay? Just put like a little tick mark, okay? Just like that. And I'm going to zoom in for you guys so you could see. All right, let's see here. Whoop. Okay, so there's my tick mark right there. Let me get a little bit bigger. Okay, just like that. All right, and then you're going to go ahead and measure in from down here, from the bottom part of your paper up 1 inch. Okay, and I already made a line. So I already had made a tick mark here on this side. And then what I did was I grabbed my ruler and I just drew a straight line all the way across my paper, okay? And same thing over here from the bottom here. I went ahead and did 1 inch from here upward and drew a line and matched up both of the lines, okay, as we put our papers together, all right? Then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and get your large chipboard piece, okay? You're going to go ahead, since you have a tick mark here and here, now you kind of have like a little area where you need to not go past that line to lay your large chipboard, okay? Just like that. All right. What you're going to do is from the edge of this chipboard here, you're going to measure, okay, 1/4 inch. So you're going to put a tick mark here at the edge of this chipboard and then mark it where it says 1/4 inch, okay, just like that. And I don't know, let's see, right there, you can see the little tick mark right there, okay? And I can zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see it. See right there? So that's 1/4 inch right there. So I have a little tick mark here and then one here. And that's 1/4 inch in between there. Then what you're going to do is grab your middle piece, which is your spine, okay? You are going to put that right on that tick mark, right above that line that we drew, that 1 inch line, okay? And you're going to go ahead and measure in. And I did tick marks already, but I don't think that they're correct, so I'm going to erase those. And I'm going to go ahead and make a tick mark right here where the edge of my chipboard is laying, the spine, okay? And I'm going to go over 1/4 inch. So grab my ruler and I'm just going to go over 1/4 inch. Now you can go ahead and make yours at a 1/8 inch if you want to, okay? I happen to like the 1/4 inch. I just feel like my albums fold in better, and I just like that look. So, but you can make them 1/8 inch if you want to. just do the same process, okay? And then, so now that I have a tick mark here on this side, right, I'm going to grab my other chipboard and I'm going to lay it right next to that area right there, okay? And then you should have something that looks like this. Let's see, I'm going to move out. Okay, so now your items should kind of look like this. Okay, now we haven't put anything down yet, so they are kind of like crooked. so, so don't worry about it. It's not going to be crooked when we put it together. Okay, I promise. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to lay down our middle section here, okay, and you're going to lay it right on your seam. You don't ever want to lay your chipboards on the side of the seam or over here, because what can happen is once you start folding it, they may come apart, okay, so so you don't want to do that. So go ahead, and I'm going to take off my tape, and then I am going to go ahead and fast forward through this part, and so you can see the process on how we lay down our chipboard on our paper. All right, so now we have all of our items down on our paper. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is you are going to, now if you want to, you can go ahead and measure in an inch from here, okay? And you should have maybe just a tad to cut off, not a bunch, but if you want to, you could definitely just go ahead and mark it. Okay, so that's an inch. So you have probably about 1/4 of an inch to cut off there, and you can definitely go ahead and cut that off. So now you should have an inch all the way around your area here. Okay, 1 inch or so. Then the next thing what we're going to do is you're going to go ahead and grab your bone folder, and you are just going to go ahead and go around your book, okay, like this. Okay, you're going to just press in kind of like you're scoring it, okay, and you're just going to go ahead, because what you're doing here is you are kind of scoring it and you're breaking up those fibers, so it's easier to fold over your chipboard, okay, so that's what we're doing. All right, so just like that. Now, after you get done doing this part, you'll notice that you have like little X's in your paper, right? So, like this. So you'll have like, I don't know if you could see, like little, see right there? You have like little X's right there. Okay, you don't want to cut those off yet. All right. Now, I cut mine differently than some people. Okay. So I'm going to show you how I do mine. And if you've made scrapbooks before, you could just do it however you would like to do it, however you're used to. The next thing you're going to do is get your bone folder or your scraper, and you're going to go across your score or across your chipboard and fold over your paper like this. Okay, just kind of burnish it in a little bit, and as you are burnishing, just kind of fold it down a little bit. Okay, just like that. All right, and you're going to flip that over and do the other side. Okay, just like that. Alrighty, just like that. Okay, so there we go. So then and then you're going to do the same thing here on this side. So you're going to grab your little scraper or your bone folder, okay, and you're just going to go like this, burnish against your chipboard, all right, and then just kind of fold it over, just like that, okay, and just kind of burnish that in a little bit, just like that. Okay, you don't want to go too hard because then you might rip your paper. So you want to go a little bit soft, and then same thing here. So you just grab your bone folder or your scraper. Okay, and I trade off sometimes. If you noticed, I trade off and on between my bone folder and my scraper. Okay, just like that. Just really nice. Okay. And then now you have this piece like this, right? Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to grab your scissors, and you are going to angle it like this, okay, like this, and then on the other side you're going to angle it the same, okay, just like that. And then you should be able to have a little piece that comes off like that. Okay, so you'll have that little area like that. Okay, again, you're just going to go ahead and angle it. Okay. Alrighty, okay, so there we go. So we are on a roll here. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is you are going to go ahead and grab your tape, and you are going to line the inside all around your chipboard, okay? So like a big rectangle, just going to grab your tape, alrighty, and you're just going to go towards the bottom of your chipboard, and you're just going to go ahead and lay that tape right on top of that chipboard. Okay. Just like that. Okay. Same thing here. And then on the sides. So again, you're just going to go ahead. And sometimes I'll put my finger along the side, and I'll just run as I'm running my finger down the side of the chipboard, I lay the tape down. So like this, okay? Just like that. Okay. Okay, that way I know I got right at the edge of that chipboard. And now you're going to burnish that in. Really, really good. Okay. Okay. And so there we go. Okay. So now what you're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to lay some glue. And you can do tape if you want. If you don't have glue or you don't feel comfortable using the glue, that's fine. Just go ahead. We're going to do this top portion first. You're going to go ahead, take this down just a bit, so that way when you lay your paper over it, this part can go ahead and lay down. Okay, you're going to go ahead and put glue on the inside right along the seam of that chipboard. Okay, just like that. Then you can go ahead and you can add your glue in through here. Okay. Alrighty. And now you can go ahead and just pull over your paper. Okay, just like that. Alrighty. Okay, so then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to turn this around and we're going to do the same thing. This time you can go ahead and you can take off all 3 pieces of your tape backing of your tape. Okay. Again, you're just going to go ahead and put that glue right in the seam. Okay. You're going to go ahead and add the glue in through here. Okay, and then you're going to go ahead and gently fold your paper over. Okay. Just gently. Alrighty. Just like that. Okay, so there we go. So there is that part. Next, you're going to do the same thing on the sides. Add your glue in the seam and go ahead and add your glue up on top. And I got a little bit much there. Okay. And go ahead and press that in. Okay. I'm going to use my bone folder or my scraper, and I just go ahead and go back and forth for a little bit, and then to make sure that it's kind of caught on there, and then I'll go ahead and fold it over. Okay. Just like that. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty, and I'm going to go ahead and grab my little scraper, press in as you go back and forth. Okay, kind of guide it, laying down, and then you can go ahead and just press that right over, and then just grab any little seepage that you have through there. Okay, so there we go. So there's our book. Now what you can do is you can go ahead and grab your bone folder and you can just just go ahead and burnish this bottom part in where your little gussets are. Okay, where your little seam is right there. Alrighty, and there is your book. So there we go. So, so the next part we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and make the hinge. So, what I want you to do is for the hinge, you are going to cut a piece of paper that is 6 3/4 by 12. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm back. So, for our hinge, we are going to need a 6 3/4 by 12-inch piece of paper. And you are going to go ahead and start scoring at the 2-inch mark, okay? We are going to score a 1/2 inch, okay, down the line. And you're going to start at 2 and you're going to end at 8 1/2. So you're going to score at 2, 2 1/2, 3, 3 1/2, 4, 4 1/2, 5, 5 1/2, 6, 6 1/2, 7, 7 1/2, 8, and 8 1/2. Okay. And then from there, before you remove this from your scoreboard, what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and mark where your hinges are going to be. So from the first part of the first score line, you're going to count that as 1. You're going to count over 3. 1, 2, 3. That is going to be for your page number 1. Okay. My 1 is kind of crooked. Then you're going to count over again. 1, 2, 3. And that is going to be page number 2. 1, 2, 3. That's for page number 3. 1, 2, 3. And that is for page number 4. Okay. Where you marked your numbers at, that is where you are going to fold those score lines up in order to create what I call a mountain. Okay. So you're just going to go ahead and fold them just like this. Okay. Alrighty, just like that. Okay, so now you have this, and you have where your little mountains are going to be. So now what you're going to do is you're going to grab that one piece and pinch it together, okay, and fold over one way, and then fold over the other way, okay. Again, where it says 3, you're going to bring that up. You're going to fold down on that one score line on that side, and then on the next side, you're going to fold it the other way, away from you. Okay, so you're basically, you're folding where your score lines are all at one time. Okay, and you're just creating your mountains or your peaks. Okay, so there we go. So there is that part. Now what you're going to do is you're going to turn this over, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and remove my scoreboard because now we're going to glue this. All right, or we're going to add our tape, you know, whichever you want to do. And I'm going to go ahead and add my 1/4 inch tape. And you're going to go ahead and just place your tape right in the center of that little valley right there, okay? And I will be right back. I have to go let my dog out. I'll be right back. Okay, so let her out, so yay. Okay, so now you're going to go ahead and you are going to, again, place your score tape in the valley, okay, where it goes down, okay. So, and then on the other side, they're called our mountains. So, okay, so that's what we're going to do here. And then after you get these on, you're going to go ahead and make sure that they're burnished in really good. Okay, you do not want any air bubbles in this piece, okay. So you want to make sure that you get it burnished down pretty well. Okay, then you're going to go ahead and take off the tape. Okay, and you're going to go ahead and put your glue. Okay, I do glue, like I said before, I do glue and tape. And you're just going to press those together, just like that. Just going to bring that valley inward so it's pressed together like that. Okay, and same thing here. Alrighty, so you're just going to bring it over and press it in. Okay, just like that. Alrighty. I'm just going to grab this other side here. And so when you flip it over, now you have 2 of your hinges done. Okay, and you're going to do the same thing for these. Okay, again, okay, so there you go. So there are your hinges. So they are done. And you can go ahead and you can burnish them in back and forth. I like to do that because it just makes them a little bit more flexible for when you put your pages on. Okay, so there we go. So that's how you're going to do that. Now for this section here, where your last or your first score line was, you're going to fold that over. That is your flap, okay, and you're just going to glue that right on there. Okay. And you're just going to go ahead and take that and pull it back and lay that down. Okay. Just like that. Alrighty. And then for this part here, you're going to go ahead and do the same thing. That last square line that we did, you're going to go ahead and fold that over. Alright. And you're going to have a little bit of excess right here, and you can just definitely lay this flat. Okay, put your hinges over it, lay this flat, and you can just go ahead and score that or draw a line on it, and then you can cut that off. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut that off real quick. It's not very pretty. I do not cut a straight line, you guys. It is so hard for me to cut a straight line. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's as good as that's gonna get. No one's gonna see it, okay, because it's gonna be glued on the back of our hinge, so it's okay. And you're just gonna put glue on there like that. Okay, and you're going to fold that back on that score line. Just fold that right back. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is from here, you are going to grab your score tape, okay, and you are going to put score tape on the back of your hinge, okay. Now this is where I do use score tape because this part is going to be attached to your book and you do not want this coming off, okay? So I go ahead and I'm going to put score tape on this, okay, just like this here, all right? And now my dog is barking because she wants back in, so I will get her in just a minute. Okay. So once you have your score tape on this, you definitely want to burnish this in, okay? And I'm going to use my 3/4 inch tape here. Okay. I think my husband let her in, so I'm good. And then you're going to go ahead and cut that tape off there. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and just remove a little bit of this, or I can actually remove it. And I am going to go ahead and put another piece on top of that because I want it full covered all the way to the edge there. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. Make sure that I have my score tape to the edge of, and like I said, I usually put my finger towards the edge of the paper and run my finger down with the tape. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and cut that tape off just like that. And there we go. And then I have this little piece showing. I'm just going to go ahead and put this back on top of there. Okay. Just like that. So it doesn't get any messy or anything like that. And I'm going to set this to the side. Before I do that, though, I do want to burnish this in really, really good. Okay. You want all the air bubbles off of or out of this area, okay, because like I said, this is going to be attached to your book and you do not want your pages falling off of this. We are also going to add glue to this too, so alrighty. Okay, so now this is done and we are going to go ahead and put this to the side, and I will be right back. Hi guys, I'm back, and today we are going to be covering the inside and the outside of our album. So I already have cut my pieces, okay, and for this piece here, and I already put my tape on the back of them as well. So for this piece here, okay, because we're going to put this extended over to about the middle of your spine here, okay, and you are going to go ahead and just cut this at, and this is just decorative paper, and you can gauge how you want to cut it, but for a measurement, you can cut it at 10 1/4. So you want to cut this at 10 1/4 by 8, I think I cut it at, yeah. So you want to cut this at 10 1/4 by 6 3/4. Okay, so I'm leaving a little bit of a border around this. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this one down here. Okay, so, and I am just going to go ahead and fast forward through this part. Okay, so once you have that on there, you want to go ahead and just find your little, find your seam, and you want to just run your bone folder back and forth, okay? Just like that. And then go ahead and lift up on that, okay? And varnish that down. And then go ahead and push that in there, okay? Just burnish that down there, just like that. Alrighty, so there we go. So there is that piece, and you're going to go ahead and do the same thing with this piece here. Okay, this piece right here this piece right here is measured at 8 3/4 by 6 7/8. Okay. So I'm just going to lay that right on top of there like that, or right next to it, so I have a border on this side, okay? So it's just going to butt up right against that, just like that, okay? And then just burnish this part in here, just like that. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and burnish that down, just like that. And that's okay if you have like a little seam there. No one's going to see it because our hinge is going to go right on top of that. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and fold this up just like this. Alrighty, and it's going to get, and I'm just going to burnish everything in really, really good. All the way around everything here area. Alrighty, so just like that. Now for this book, okay, I wanted to explain real quick. We are going to have it open a different way. So, and I know that sounds weird, but we are going to be decorating it like this. So it opens up this way, okay? I just thought it would be something different and neat, and I thought that it would be super cute to do it this way. So when you cut your papers out, you want to make sure that your graphics are vertical. Okay, you do not want your graphics horizontal. Now, if you want to do it this way, you're more than welcome to. But everything that I do will be vertical wise. So it will open like this, okay? And all of our pages will be flipped open like this way, okay? So I just wanted to let y'all know that part. Okay, and let's see. Hi guys, I just wanted to pop in and apologize for covering the album, the front and the back of the album. I did not have the video recorder on, so I apologize for that part. But I wanted to go ahead and let you know the measurements for the front and back cover of the album were cut at 6 7/8 by 8, and the spine cover was cut at 5 by 6 7/8. I went ahead and applied the spine cover on first, and then I went ahead and attached the front cover and the back cover onto the album, and then I went ahead and applied on the lace to both of the ends of the spine there on the corners. Okay, and now I'm just cutting the lace to make sure it's all even so it looks pretty. So again, I apologize for the inconvenience. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment down below, and I will be sure to answer your question as soon as I can. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, so for your page, to put together your pages, you are going to cut out 4 pieces. You're going to cut out 4 pieces that are 8 3/8 by 7 7/8. And then you are going to go ahead and score each of these pieces. You're going to put the 8 3/8 alongside of the top of your scoreboard. You're going to score a 1/2 inch down this way, okay? Then you're going to turn it to the 7 7/8 inch side, and you're going to score a 1/2 inch here. Oops. Okay, so you're going to score a 1/2 inch there. And then you are going to go ahead and score a 1/2 inch here at the 7 3/8 inch side, okay? Then you're going to go ahead and you're going to need 4 pieces, and I forgot to put a 4 on here. You're going to need 4 pieces of 6 7/8 by 7 7/8, okay? And you are going to go ahead and one's going to be the front and one's going to be the back, okay? Once you're done with the scoring, then you're going to go ahead and you are going to go ahead and cut those little X's right there. See them right here? Just going to go ahead and cut those just like that. And this is going to make your pages, all right? And you're going to go ahead and fold these over. Just like that. All right, and you should have something like this. Okay, and I'm just going to burnish those down just like that. Okay, and then you can go ahead and grab your tape. Okay, and I'm just going to put my tape right along the top here. And you can put your tape like right along the fold. That'll work perfectly. And Just going to go ahead and cut that off just like that. And bring this over here. This piece right there. We'll just go ahead and place that right there. Just like that. And then do the top. Okay, when you place your tape on, you do not want to do any pulling on that tape, okay? And so there we go. Alrighty, just like that. And then you're going to go ahead and attach the other page on there, okay? Okay, so I'm just going to grab my other page, okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and put this right on top of here, just like that. And I just usually measure up my corners. I start there first, measure up the top piece, make sure that's all good, and then I'll go ahead and work my way down on that, okay? So there is our first page. Yay! So then what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that your top of your page, your opening is just like this, okay? Because our album is vertical, you want to make sure that your page is upright, okay? And your opening is at the top of the and that the closed part is at the bottom the whole time that you're decorating these, okay? So next up, I will be showing you how and what we're going to do to page 1.